Jared, the Subway guy, is here. Right next to me, there he is. You're one of those few people who doesn't need an introduction because I feel like we have seen so much of you. He's been on almost every Subway commercial for like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been almost 16 years now that I've been with Subway, and obviously 17 years ago that I used to weigh over 425 pounds. And just to give you a quick idea, everyone always loves to see the old pants that I used to wear.
Wow.
These are the old 60-inch pair of pants. Now, they are the relaxed fit, you know, because it's very important back then to have the relaxed fit. But obviously, you can imagine just what a difference it feels, and it feels like an eternity ago that I used to weigh 440 pounds. So.
See, most of us keep those jeans from high school, hope we can fit back into them.
I never want to go back in those.
Exactly.
Ever.
You keep them as a reminder of where you never want to be again.
Absolutely.
So what else have you been up to? I know you and I were talking a little bit over the break, but let everybody else in on what's been going on.
Yeah, well, it's been, as I said, I've been lucky and fortunate enough to work with Subway now for the last 16 years. I travel almost 200 days a year all over the country and all over the world sharing my story, speaking to kids, speaking to adults about the importance of making good food choices, doing things in moderation, getting enough exercise, obviously, trying to practice what I preach, obviously, and I've just been very lucky. It's been great, and I said, who would have thunk I'd lose my last name and just have From as my middle name and Subway as my last name? But you never know how things in life are going to go.
Whatever works, because everybody knows you.
Yeah.
What made you decide when you were saying, okay, I want to lose weight? What made you decide to go with Subway to do it?
I actually lived right next door to a Subway when I was in college. I went to Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. At that point, I said I was well over 400 pounds, and you can imagine it's never good to be a heavy person, but to be an obese college student was even so much tougher. Yeah. Literally lived next door to a Subway, picked up a nutritional brochure. I added up the fat grams and the calories, and I said to myself, maybe if I eat 2 of these low-fat Subway sandwiches every day, a turkey sub for lunch and then a foot-long veggie for dinner, leave off the mayonnaise, the oil, and the cheese because that adds the fat and the calories, but load it up with all the vegetables. Do the baked chips as opposed to the fried chips. Do diet sodas or bottles of water rather than all the regular stuff. Maybe this is crazy enough that it might work, doing that twice a day, every day. And in 1 year, by sticking to it, I lost about 245 pounds and got my life back on track. Started walking about a half hour a day as well. Started building more exercise into my routine. And I always say it's not rocket science. It's reducing your calories, reducing your grams of fat, increasing your exercise. If you can do that, burn more calories, you're going to lose weight. And like everything else, there's always a million excuses. I finally had to say enough was enough.
You're responsible for the Subway diet and everything that's come from.
God bless America.
I know, right? Did you ever think when you were in high school or college?
No, it was not on my 5-year goal sheet. It was not on my 10-year goal sheet. But you never know how things are going to go. Now I just wake up every day and I try not to screw it all up because I feel so lucky to represent such a great brand. The story has inspired so many people out there, adults and kids. And that's part of what we're in town for, trying to inspire this generation of kids to make sure they don't go down that same road that I went down myself.
Exactly. You have a challenge for all of the kids this morning.
Yeah, it's called the Subway Kids Marathon. And what is really cool is we're asking kids in the area to get involved. Tomorrow's the kickoff. It's going to be at Washington High School in Pensacola from 9 to 11 in the morning. But you don't have to come to the kickoff, but you can go online, go to subwaykidsmarathon.com to register. And we know that most kids can't do an entire marathon all at once, but over a couple months they can. And what we're going to do is we're tying this into the actual Pensacola Marathon, which is November 9th, where the kids will track their progress throughout the next couple months. And on November 9th, they're going to run the last 1.2 miles through the actual finish line of the Pensacola Marathon, get an actual marathon, get some really cool Subway prizes, Subway sandwiches, all kinds of cool stuff, but show them what an accomplishment it can be and hopefully build physical fitness into their lives. And it's something really, really cool. I know the Subway franchisees here in the area are really excited to be involved this year. And any students eligible, just as I said, go to subwaykidsmarathon.com, all kinds of tips on how to stretch, how to build that exercise in each week. You can walk it, you can run it, and then you keep track of it, and you do the last 1.2 miles at the actual marathon. And
you can run it individually, walk it individually, or you can form a team too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps to have that support.
Involved, PE teachers can get involved, obviously, but for more information, just go to subwaykidsmarathon.com.
Okay, so cool. A lot of things going on in Jared's life and your kids' lives, I'm sure. I have to mention that before you go. I said this during the break. I saw you in Sharknado.
Yes, I was in Sharknado 2, and I did not die. They let me live. The shark did not eat me. And ironically, I was eating a Subway tuna sandwich on the Subway during the movie, so it was pretty cool. It was an honor to be part of something like that. And once again, if you would have told me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I'd be in Sharknado. There even would be something called Sharknado, I would have thought you were crazy. But hey, God bless America.
Hey, so if you want to see more of Jared, you don't get enough on the Subway commercial. Sharknado 2 is where you can see him.
Never enough.
And he doesn't get eaten. Of course, there's never enough. We'd love to have you here all the time.
Thank you. Good to be
here.
So
everything you need to know to get your kids involved in the Subway Kids Marathon on our Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com. Nice having you, mate. I feel like you should have a sandwich somewhere.
I'm getting hungry. I'm smelling all this food now. I don't know if that's exactly low fat over there, but it's smelling pretty good.
Yeah, we do have a sub over there.
That's right.